had to say, oh la, we should get acquainted like, oh my.
Episode number 6 of ShawnrTraining is going to come back to the first episode. I want to give you guys 3 things to walk away. A health tip, a lifestyle tip, and an exercise tip. I want all 3 of these tips in this episode to be revolving around one ideology, that being physical literacy. Now, physical literacy is a very broad spectrum term. I want it to be known that physical literacy is a completely different entity than physical activity. Physical activity is working out, playing sports, just physical activity. Whereas physical literacy is bringing in the mind-to-body connection and understanding that as one, you have a lot better opportunity to create more learning and growth moments. So, to give you guys an actual definition of what physical literacy is, I have one created here in my notebook out of my own words from the event that I went to last week with my amazing practicum placement with Edmonton Public School System and the Physical Literacy Board. So my definition is as follows. Physical literacy is the ability to move your body and work your body as much as your brain can to create an equal mind and body connection which supports emotional, social, and physical cooperation. So if you can understand that definition of the mind and the body working as equally and effectively together to create the social, the emotional, and the physical cooperation, you're already off to a great start. Now, physical literacy has 3 basic things that I can tie back to: lifestyle, health, and exercise. So the exercise theory of physical literacy comes into locomotor, non-locomotor, and object manipulation. Object manipulation is basically throwing, catching, cutting, writing, basically using your hands. When we go to locomotor, that's like walking, running, jogging, crawling, changing direction, moving. And then we have our non-locomotor, which are more fine skills like balance, fall prevention, and being ready for the unready. Those would be the 3 things that I can tie back to exercise. So if you can walk, run, jog, crawl, if you can catch, throw, pass, and if you can balance and prevent yourself from falling, you pretty much have physical literacy on a exercise fundamental. Now, my health aspect for physical literacy is kind of just a general statement. Because physical literacy is something that you work on from cradle all the way to grave, there's really no endpoint and there's no stamp of accomplishment. Because of this, physical literacy gives us a holistic approach to our body moving and our mind being active. Because it is such a holistic way to approach physical movement, literacy, and activity all encompassed in one, basically physical literacy is health. And that might be too much of a statement for some people, but really when you look at it, physical literacy is about having fundamental movement skills in order to help yourself process as a functional human being. So if you can, like I said, catch, throw, pass, walk, run, jog, find balance, or fall prevent, be ready for the unexpected, then you have physical literacy and you have it at a state at which you can work with as a confident, functioning human adult. Now, this is something that, because it's such a general statement, is kind of where I leave you with physical literacy. So if you have any questions, if you want me to redefine a definition, if physical literacy still sounds like physical activity to you, please comment. I want to be able to make a separation for you. Without any further ado, February exercises. Alright, exercises for February. Gonna be a backpack squat with a full squeeze of the quads and glutes. From the side view, you really want to make sure that you have a nice upright back. When we go to the gym, go ahead, grab a dumbbell. Exact same exercise here with a maximal squeeze of the quads, hamstrings, and glutes. For our second exercise, we have a backpack hamstring curl. This is very important that you keep a nice steady leg. That is what's going to target the hamstring and secondary the glute. Definitely you want to hit both feet for this exercise, so make sure to change it up both times through.
As well, for the gym goers, we have a dumbbell hamstring curl. For this exercise, you're going to want to make sure that you're kicking all the way to the very top to a point where your leg is almost level with the ground. You want to make sure that you have the dumbbell squeezed nice and tight in the back of your knee crevice, or else this dumbbell is going to be able to wiggle out on you. So definitely focus on squeezing that leg back to hold that dumbbell in position. The next exercise, that back toss. We want to make sure that we are throwing the bag straight up overhead while keeping our body as still as possible. If you're a gym goer, grab that dumbbell, same thing occurs here. For the next exercise, we have a bent over row. This is fantastic for upper body strength. With a backpack, use the handles, but make sure that your back is nice and flat. If you're an avid gym goer, grab those dumbbells, line them up, make sure you have a nice flat back as well to hit those scaps. For our next exercise, we have a shoulder raise. Using a backpack here is a really good way to work on your momentum control. If you're an avid gym goer, dumbbells are going to be where it's at. Nice, slow, and controlled. Make sure that you're not shoulder shrugging. We also have a mountain climber for our finisher this month. We are going to be going nice and slow and picking it up with pace. If you need to slow down, go. And that is it for episode 5 of ShawnrTraining. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. I will be posting videos every single week, new content, new ideas, new tips, and once a month, those new exercises. Have a great week, everyone.